Sarah. Thanks for joining me here on Digital Deets, your 411 on the digital world, trends, and web news. I'm Kay Crimson, filling in for Jay today.
Absolutely, Kay. I am so glad to be back. And be sure to tell Jay I said hi.
Of course, we're following up on our series about storytelling in the modern age, and you're back with us to discuss how your class went. First, do you feel like you met all of your goals for the course?
I do. And I had fun doing it. I certainly learned a lot about digital storytelling by creating my own stories, watching others. I was immersed in the world of storytelling. I gained a better understanding of what makes an impactful story and also what elements are important to include. I definitely learned a lot from my classmates too, not just during our final group project, but throughout the course as I got to see their creations.
When it comes to meta literacy, which characteristic or characteristics do you identify with most and why? I'll throw the graphic up on screen for those at home.
Well, since working on our group projects, I would say I identify with collaborator at the top. It was engaging to be able to work with other students, something I don't often get to enjoy in this online learning environment. I also identify with the adaptable and open characteristics for myself as an individual. One of my biggest strengths is being able to adjust my plan accordingly. In the world of meta literacy, that's no different. Openness, which I also identify with, is another component of that trait. I am open to hearing others' perspectives, open to learning new information, and open to many possibilities.
That makes a lot of sense, and being adaptable and open can be especially important when working in a group setting. As far as being a digital storyteller, how do these characteristics support you on that journey?
Yeah, well, like I touched on before, when in a group setting, these traits help me to navigate the complexities of working with others, help me stay open to their perspectives and opinions. On an individual level, these traits guide me towards a willingness to learn from other successful creators, to adapt new styles if the one I employ isn't working, and allow me to be open to feedback and constructive criticism, which are critical for improving the impact of my storytelling.
I wonder if you can see a difference in the quality and sophistication of your digital stories from the beginning of the class until now.
Excellent question, Kay. I do see a difference with regards to a few areas. Although I have been making videos for a while, I never really incorporated stock photos and footage in them. Most of my other stuff was just me recording and talking to the camera. In this class, I used more images to represent the emotions I was conveying, and I think that added a level of sophistication to my work. I also utilized the technique of creating a character and talking to myself. It's something I'd never tried before. So, in that way, this class helped me push through some of my creative boundaries.
That is really cool. I'll have to check out your videos. I'd love to meet those characters. So, before we close out our interview for today, is there anything you'd like to leave the audience with? Words of wisdom or encouragement? Anything like that?
Yes, and I'm so glad that you asked. I would say do it scared. So many people I have talked to say that they're afraid to create, whether it's making videos, painting, writing a poem. People express a fear of putting themselves out there. That fear is good. It means that you care. Creating is a vulnerable place to be, no matter what you're making. It might be cliche, but I believe the mantra that bravery means feeling scared and doing it anyway. I also believe that growth happens outside of our comfort zones. So push yourself to that place. That is where the magic happens. Do it scared, and I bet you'll surprise yourself.
Wow, I love that, Sarah, and I totally agree. Growth often happens in a place of discomfort. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today, but I want to thank you so much for coming back here with us on Digital Deets. Until next time, I'm Kay Crimson.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure meeting you, Kay.